Alright, DIY types, this is for an LG front loader washer. The model number is a WM2455HW, and it's the problem is we're trying to figure out the leak that's happening while you're washing. Always get flooded on the bottom, underneath, and all that. But I found out that people were saying that it could be the bellows, which actually bellows for a washer is 3 different types here. You got the type for the front seal, which is this. Okay, what you're supposed to do is you stick your fingers in there and run it around there and see if there's any holes in the membrane. It's just a thick, it's like a thick rubber, but it gets holes after wear and tear. And then here's the other bellows. Here's like this right here, this tube right here. They're saying it gets wear and tear from rubbing up on this part on the top, which is the water inlet valve. And then they said this one right here, which is this pipe right here. Hopefully you could see it. This guy right here that I'm grabbing on the top, same thing. So I checked them all out, and then there's another one on the bottom which you're only able to access through the back and underneath down there, which I can't reach back there and show you exactly where it's at. Give me a second, I think I can. Alright, so down in there, that pipe should be a rubber pipe similar to the one on the top here, which is this one. That one. So I investigated all those. Found out that those pipes had no problems, so I still had leaks even after I washed. So the washer's closed, turned off and everything else, and I find myself, where's this leak coming from? I'm trying to blame the refrigerator that was sitting next to it, which was not. So little by little I found out it was at the top area, which is at this water inlet valve. How I verified is I unplugged it, of course, because I didn't want to deal with water and electricity. I went ahead and I turned on the water right here. Actually, not the hot water, because the hot water is not the problem. It's the cold water, so I got to turn on the cold water. And now you'll see water starting to bubble up over this thing. See it now? This is the leak right here. You see the water? Okay, so that's the cause of the leak, not the bellows being cut and stuff like that. That's how I troubleshoot to see what the exact problem is. And all I had to do was go order online, get the part, and now all I have to do is remove these wires, this wire, this wire, this wire right here. Then there's hoses. There's 3 hoses down here. When you look at it, you'll see it's common sense. You remove the hoses, move the wires, of course take the electricity off. I'm going to remove it down here too. It has 3 mounting screws. Of course take the hose off. Replace that, and that'll fix the leak problem. So if you ever have a leak and the washer's already off and everything, and no pressure is going through these bellows, this bellow here, the front one and the back one, the water's just still there overnight, it's coming out of one of these. Now you got this is for the cold, and you also have one for the hot. So if you see that water willing out of here, like this one, then that's the problem. So don't that's how you're going to troubleshoot your leaks, just to make sure that there's no issues. So these bellows, there's the pipes here, and there's a bellow at the bottom and a bellow in the front. And then there's one right here too that leaks too. It's like an air vent. That's what they call this one, because it leads all the way to the back. So that hose leads right back here. This is an air vent. So air vent hose too. When you put it back together, ensure that these little clamps aren't pointing down toward the air vent tube. And clamps like this one right here. Okay, make sure it's not pointing down and always pointing up. That way it doesn't rub against each other and cause problems, because this whole thing moves. When the whole thing moves, it's going to cause wear and tear on all those parts that are connected to it. Okay? Alright, we'll be putting in a new part and it should be running fine. Have a good day.